Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to install Laravel Boost, uh, then how to connect Laravel Boost to GitHub Copilot. Okay, I'm using Docker, so I'm using the project is we have a PHP server which has three projects on Docker. These are all Laravel projects that are on Docker file and Docker containers. And what I will do is I will connect Laravel Boost to GitHub Copilot, and then we are going to create controllers and models using that. Okay, so let's get started. And first, okay, I will do ls, and you can see that I have three folders, that is example 1, example 2, and example 3. So I'm going to say example 3 here. So cd example 3. Okay, now what I'm going to do ls, so I'm inside this application, inside this Laravel application. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the official documentation, and I'm going to copy this command here, and I'm going to paste this command in here. Okay, so this will install dependencies for Laravel Boost. So this would take some time. Okay, you can see that Laravel Boost has been installed with different packages over here, and we have all the packages, and I will provide you also the links in the description, so you can refer those for creating PHP servers on Docker and other Docker links. So let's continue now, and we go to this command now, which is the second command to install the boost. Okay, and we use this command over here. So I'm running this command directly in the Docker desktop container. So it will get installed. Everything is installed in the container. So I'm using this container to execute this command. So you can see that it is asking me uh, which code editors do I use. So I'm going to use VS Code because I'm using this VS Code to develop. So I'll click on enter, then it's asking me which AI guidelines agents I'm using. So I'll use GitHub Copilot, and then I'll press enter. Now, so this will be executed now, and it will be installed. Okay, you can see that the boost has been installed and VS Code and with my guidelines, and it is giving me the versions of PHP which I'm using. So now if I go to my VS Code, I will see VS GitHub, and inside this I will have the copilot instruction.md. Okay, and under VS Code I have this MCP JSON file. So now we have installed the the Boost, Laravel Boost. Now next what we are going to do is we have to connect it to the GitHub Copilot. So first you have to see if your GitHub Copilot is enabled. Copilot, if it is enabled and installed, so mine is installed over here, and I have also logged into my GitHub Copilot. Okay, so if I go to this icon over here on top, if you see this icon over here on top, okay, if I click on that, so it will give you this chat. Okay, so it is installed, and what I need to do now is uh, I need to start the server. So if I go to the files, okay, and if I go to the I need to press. So if you go inside this, there is a documentation given, and you can press this Control Shift P. So I'm going to do that as per the instructions, and then if I say MCP list servers, then I have Laravel Boost, which is stopped. Okay, so I can start this server. So I'm going to start this server, and you can see that my path is not correct because I have my project on the Docker and it is going to my local XAMPP file. So I need to change this configuration. So under this settings, under VS Code mcp.json, you need to change this settings to this because I'm using Docker. So I'm using Laravel Boost. Okay, then command is Docker, and these are my commands that I'm using. This is my container name. I told you I had used a Docker file with the container name. This is the container name of it. Then there is a example 3. So I'm using example 3 and my folder location is this. I will open the Docker file and show you. So if you see this Docker file that I'm using this path and this is my container name and yes, then if I go to this mcp.json and if I save this and now I clear this output over here and I'm going to restart my server and you can see MCP server and you can see that it is running and now it will send a request to the Laravel application. So MCP is connecting with the Laravel application and communicating with the application and it will give you some response. So you can see it discovered 15 tools. So this is how it works. I will put this configuration in the description. I will also share the links to the PHP servers which I have created so you can work on this. And once this is done, then so I'm going to use Copilot to create controllers. So create me a, a blog controller, okay, in web. So I'm going to give the command. Now this is going to work the with the Laravel Boost to give you accurate result and make changes and run commands. Since Laravel Boost is connected to the Laravel application and Copilot, so it will give you, it will run the list of commands. You can see that it is running. So I'm going to say allow. This might give me an error because this is PHP. This is a normal PHP. It should run it under the Docker. So it will give you some. So you can see that my controllers are created and I told that I'm told it that I'm using Docker and the Docker setup is set. So now it ran the command. This is the command which it ran and it installed me articles controller. Okay, so I'll tell it to create another controller now. Create another controller. Create another. Okay, let me tell it to create article uh, article model as well. So now it will create me an article model. So you can see that it is actually giving me the actual path to run the Docker. Okay, and this is my actual path and it will create, it is communicating with the application and so it is executing the command and then we can see let's go to the model. So nothing is done yet and you can see that it has created me an article model as well. Also create me a blog model. Also create me a blog model. So I'm telling it to create me a blog model as well. So I'm saying allow and this will again execute and it will create me a blog model. So it will take some time, but it will create it since we have the perfect command, which is it is using Docker. Okay, and you can see that the blog model has been created. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will put the links in the description. Also, I will make another video on this like the installation part and how to communicate with it. So I'm also doing a research on this. So thanks for watching and put your queries into the comments.